Abby. This is Abby Matt Reads. Spencer Penguin's back.
Hello.
Which means it's a tag.
Ooh.
Say hello, you flippers.
Hello.
We're actually going to London Zoo sometime soon. So then we're going to actually see real penguins.
Ooh, my cousins.
Yeah, Spencer's cousins.
Yay.
We're going to try and get him disguised as a penguin to try and touch one. Because I'd love... But would also like to touch literal penguin.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the Mid Year FreakOut tag. I was tagged by Emily Novell at Novell Novels. Check her channel out. I'll link it down below. There are 14 questions. I better tell you about the library.
Might help.
Yeah, right. Let me look at your notes. This is Peckham Library in London, and it won the Sterling Prize for Architecture in 2000. And it is pretty cool. Check out that mushroom thing up there.
Yeah.
Which I think is some kind of reading room.
Yeah, it must be something like that. Looks like something out of Super Mario.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never noticed that before. Now I can't look at it without thinking about it. Alright, anyway, yeah, and the building attracted 500,000 visitors in the first year of opening, which is pretty cool. And I might visit that.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I have 14 questions, and I could not be bothered to bring in at least 10 books and stack them up next to me and go through them and show you them. So I will put up.
She will.
Yeah, it's not him. He doesn't help with the
I don't
editing.
do anything.
No,
I'm lazy.
He doesn't edit my videos at all. So they will be up there somewhere. All the books. So please, can I have question number 1, sir?
Question number 1. Ian, what is the best book you have read thus far in the year of 2019?
I would have to say You by Caroline Kepnes. It really took me off guard, this book. I thought it would be good. It's about a guy called Joe who runs a bookshop, and Beck, her name is, comes in and he's automatically obsessed with her, and he stalks her, and it's told from the stalker's perspective, and it was thrilling and scary because I realised how vulnerable.
We all are online.
Online, like we put everything, all our business up online. Like I'm constantly taking photos. I mean, we were just watching Stranger Things. I was like, I must put this on Facebook.
Yes, he paused Stranger Things to tell Facebook we was watching Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Ironic or what?
Okay. And I gave it 5 stars. I did do a review on it, which got a grand total of 5 views.
Big views.
Yeah.
It'll grow. Reviews always do. Reviews always take time.
Oh, thank you.
See, I can be nice sometimes.
He can be nice a lot of the time. Alright, get on with the questions.
Yes, boss. Number 2. What is the best sequel you have read thus far this year?
The best sequel, I mean, it's part of a series, but it is the sequel to the first book, and that's Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, about the Grisha universe, the first trilogy, because I didn't really much like the first one, Shadow and Bone, but Siege and Storm, I think it's. Why am I asking you?
Well, how am I supposed to know? if it's not a blooming football team, I don't know.
Anyway, though, I found it much better than the first book, so that is what I have picked for my best sequel.
Nice. Right then. Number 3. New release you haven't read yet, but you want to.
It's not brand new, but I still haven't read Daisy Jones and the Six. I have it on my shelves. My good friend Jo Marie, I don't know if she still watches my videos, but she gave me vouchers for Christmas.
Yep.
And I bought that with it. So and I can't wait to read it, but I've fallen into this booktube trap of having so many books that I don't know which book to read, so it's taking me months after I buy a book to read it. And why are you looking like that?
Because you're saying that, and I'm always saying to you, why are you still buying books when you still got millions you haven't read yet?
In the comments, please explain to Spencer why I need to buy more books.
Please.
Okay. Alright, question 4.
Alright then. Most anticipated release for the second part of the year?
I think it's called The Testaments for Margaret Atwood, the sequel to Handmaid's Tale. That is the only big kind of release that I can think of, but I definitely want to read it. Yeah. So, what is question 5?
Okay, and what is the biggest disappointment?
Oh, that was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, which I just said. I think because it was so hyped up. I think if I hadn't have expected amazing things from it, it wouldn't have fallen so short. A bit like when West Ham acquire.
I was going to say, when we score, I'll be happy.
when we acquire a player that you love and they turn out.
Yeah,
and they're very hyped. So do you get what I'm on about?
Very, very much so.
I put it in terms you understand.
Very, very much so. When you've been a West Ham fan, we've had 1 or 2 of those, or 10 or 15 or 5,000 over the years that have been hyped and just turned out to be absolute. I'm going to say a word I can't say on the channel.
Go on, say it.
Absolute trash, absolute twats.
That's not as bad a word as I thought he was going to say.
I'm trying to keep it somewhat TV 14.
Okay. Did you just say TV 14?
Yes. It's an American rating channel. The Americans will understand it.
Oh, okay. If you're American and you understand Spencer, please tell me in the comments.
But WWE fans talk about it a lot.
Oh, well then it's definitely a thing.
Yep.
Alright, next question.
Alright then, number 6. Biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise. The Song of Achilles, which I buddy read with Olivia. I'll link her channel below, Olivia's Catastrophe. I didn't like Circe at all.
Controversial.
But I liked the writing style. So I thought that I would give The Song of Achilles a go, and it was really good. I absolutely loved it. And it really, really was it the biggest surprise? Yeah, that's it. It took me by surprise. I have to check my own notes to remember my own opinions. And I know I control his opinions as well. But so that was a definite surprise. I was pleasantly surprised. It was a great book, and it's always good fun buddy reading with Olivia as well, because she gets just as much into the books as I do.
Wicked. Alright then, number 7. Favourite new author, debut, or new to you?
Okay, this is going to sound like I haven't put much thought into it, because it's Frances Hardinge, which I don't think many people have heard of. But I haven't even read all of one book of hers yet. I'm buddy reading it with Emma, The Cuckoo Song by Frances Hardinge. I'm buddy reading it with Emma Rose. And I just love it so much. It's so creepy. It's kind of about this little girl, she's 11 or whatever, called Triss, who falls into a pond, and when she comes out, she can't remember much of her life, and she's always really hungry, and like her doll starts talking to her and stuff, and all this freaky stuff is happening, and it's so creepy and it's so good. You know I love creepy books.
You do love creepy
books? That's why I'm with a creepy guy. That was creepy.
See?
Don't do it again.
Okay.
And okay, so but it's so good that I want to read all the rest of her books. And it's supposedly a children's book, but it's so formatted and seems so adult, apart from the fact that the characters are children. But I'm definitely gonna, like, the next Amazon haul I do.
Oh god, here we go.
What?
Next Amazon haul, she's already got it planned.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You've pissed me off now. Well, give me another question, please.
Number 8. Newest fictional crush.
Sam from The Diviners. I mean, The Diviners is quite a popular book, but it's about a group of young people in New York City who have special powers, and they can fight like evil, I would say criminals, evil like paranormal criminals are killing people. I definitely loved Sam in it. He's the kind of cheeky, kind of pickpocket, kind of Jack the Lad kind of character. He's kind of a bad boy.
You like bad boys?
Yeah, but you're not a bad boy. You're a penguin. Yeah. I prefer penguin over bad boys.
Yay.
Okay.
Right then, number 9, newest favourite character.
I would say Felicity from A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Privacy. I preferred that one to the Monty's Guide to Vice and Virtue. A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. That's it.
Dug it out there.
What?
Dug it out there from the back of your brain.
Yeah, my poor brain. Yeah, and Felicity wants to be a doctor and she won't take no for an answer, and I know it's fictional, but she seems like such an early feminist that she won't settle for that kind of patriarchy that exists in her time, because it's set in the 18th century, I believe, and she kicks ass, and I love her, and I think that is why I preferred that sequel to the original, just because of Felicity. She's my favourite character of the year so far.
Okay, so book that made you cry.
End of Days by Susan E., which is the last in the Penguin and the End of Days trilogy. Starts with Angel Fall. I buddy read it with Talia at Bookish Paradise. I will link her down below as well. But I can't give too much away, but obviously, it's an apocalyptic book from the titles and everything. So you should know that there's a point where everyone thinks they're going to die and they kind of all come together. And there's just this camaraderie and the thing about human spirit and everything. And it just made me very emotional and made me cry.
Okay, so moving on to a better subject. Book that made you happy.
Book that made me happy. Oh, The Diviners. Sorry, I've got my notes down here because I can't remember anything. The Diviners. I read The Diviners years and years and years and years and years ago, and I couldn't. Yeah, and I reread it last month, and thought it was brilliant. I don't know if I thought it was as brilliant as I did, but since I started BookTube, my reading has become more critical.
It has definitely.
Critical in both sense. Critical in the way that I simply must do it, and critical in the sense that I criticise it. And I loved it, and it made me very happy. And I'm just finished the second one, and I'm going to try and weasel some money out of Penguin for the other two. If I'm a good girl or a bad girl.
Well, we shall see. We shall see what happens.
Next question.
Numero 12. Most beautiful book you have bought or received this year.
Okay, this one is not going to be able to show you how beautiful it is because it is The Dolls. Can't remember the author. Sorry.
It'll flash up.
But the edges of the pages were all pink, and that's literally the reason I bought it. It was such a pretty shade of pink, and I love pink.
You do?
I even love Pink the Sinner. She's my favourite.
Everything pink. If you ever want to buy Abby anything, get something pink, and she'll like it.
I will. Oh, yep. My imagination's run away to a bad place now.
I think I can tell what you're thinking. Let's move swiftly on.
Yeah. So question 13, I think.
Yep. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Okay, I know the answer to this one. Every book ever.
You act like me reading so many books is a bad thing.
No.
Just because I don't really sit there and take a month to read a book about football tactics.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm letting it linger like a nice.
But I'm not having a go at you about your lack of reading. So don't have a go at me about my constant reading.
Yes, boss. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, the answer to that question, which I'm sure you're dying to know now, is Muse of Nightmares, because I've had it for ages and I haven't read it yet, and I really want to know how it finishes. And The Handmaid's Tale, because the sequel's coming out in a few months, and I still haven't read the original. I've seen the TV show, but the books are always better.
Always better.
Yeah.
Alright then, so we're on to the last question, are we? 14. Favourite book community member? Ooh.
And I'm not going to answer.
Sit on the fence.
Because, I've made so many good book community member friends, and they're all so different. So each one is my favourite by different merits. So I can't simply pick one, and I can't list them all because we'd be here forever.
That'd be a lot of bleeding and editing.
Yeah, so like as I've put on my notes, if you could just read that, 14, no comments. No comments. I'm not answering that. Is that the end of it?
That is indeed the end of all 14
well, we got
questions.
through that quickly. Will you do my outro, please?
Alright then, people.
I can relax.
If you've enjoyed that video, pop a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel for more of this beautiful girl right here. More awesome reviews, tags, whatever else she decides to do. Everything she does, she's awesome at it. And go and follow her on Twitter at AbbeyMacReads if you are new. Join the Facebook page, facebook.com/AbbeyMacReads.
And I'll put my Goodreads
and the Goodreads as well.
Account name, I don't know.
Yep, and so I think that is just about everything.
Thank you for
watching.
that would have been good if we hadn't said it in a really creepy, like,
well, we were talking about creepy earlier, so it fits in with that.
Alright, cheers for watching. Bye.